Hello everyone, myself Rajiv Raj Singh, Physics faculty. How are you guys? Fine. Oh, great. I'm also very fine. And I hope you all are doing your great job. Okay. So, my dear students, yesterday we have discussed all the things about a spherical mirror, all terminology like aperture, radius of curvature, center of curvature, focal length, and how to take sign convention. Even after then, I discussed image formation by concave mirror. So today I am here to discuss image formation by convex mirror. So first thing, what is convex mirror? So definitely after this word, one image will come in your mind, in our mind also, like this mirror, Okay, this mirror is called convex mirror. Yeah, I have already discussed this thing. Okay, convex mirror, diverging or converging mirror? Yes, diverging mirror. Its focal length, virtual or real? Its main focus is virtual. This is its center of curvature. Okay. So my dear, yesterday in the case of concave mirror, we have discussed around 5 to 6 cases. First case, object is at infinity. Second, object between C and infinity, right? And all those objects were what? Real object. Here also we are going to discuss real object. So tell me, this real object should be this side or this side? So definitely real object should be this side. This, all the things we have discussed in our lectures. Okay. So think, how many options you have? So according to me, you have two options. First, image is at infinity. Second, between infinity and pole, because this is what? Pole. So object first become at infinity and second become between infinity and pole. So we are going to discuss one by one all these two cases. So case first, when object is at infinity. So this is the real object. So I will take here u is equal to minus infinity. Okay. My dear, its focal length will be positive or negative. So I have already discussed its focal length will be positive. So f is equal to plus f. Okay. So from mirror formula, what the mirror formula tell me? 1 by v plus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f. So this become 1 by v plus 1 by minus infinity is equal to 1 by f. So my dear, 1 by infinity is what? According to mathematics, it is 0. So if it is 0, so this become 1 by v is equal to 1 by f. So v is equal to what? F. V is equal to what? F. It means image will be formed at focus. And this sign is what? Positive or negative? Positive. I told already. Positive means in the direction of incident ray. It means light is coming like this one. Yeah, light is coming like this one. So image must be formed this side. And where it should be formed? At focus. Okay. So image will form due to intersection of reflected ray or incident ray. Definitely due to intersection of reflected ray. So just see all the things. After then we are going to make the ray diagram. Okay. So see its ray diagram, my dear. Then we discuss nature of image. See, one ray is coming like this one. Because in object is at infinity, so we can take rays like this. Okay. So what happened? After reflection, we have already discussed paraxial ray after reflection must be appear or must be passes through the focus. So it appears to pass through focus like this. Right? Okay. Similarly, this will be. So see, this is image. reflected ray intersect in reality or appears to intersect? So it appears to intersect, and such kind of image is called virtual object. So I am writing here position of image. Sir, you have also write position of image. So position of image will be, sir, F, or you can say at focus. Yes or no? Now nature of image. So nature of image, first thing, it is real or virtual? So virtual. What? Virtual. Okay. Second, highly diminished. Highly diminished means its size is very, very small, like point size. See, like point size. Second or third, erect. So this is the points you have to keep in your mind. Image formation by convex mirror when object is at infinity. Done, buddy? Now the second and last case, when object between infinity and pole, or simply you can say in front of convex mirror. So can I write, my dears? Okay, thank you. Now see, case 2. Image when object is in front of convex mirror. In front of convex mirror. See here, this is the arrangement. This is a one convex mirror. Object is in front of mirror. It means here object AB. You can assume AB, or you can say Anita Basanti or Asanti Basanti. So I have already told you, during the formation of image you have to take two rays according to your convenience. So see, here we can take one rays parallel to principal axis. Okay, that's called paraxial ray. Fine. After reflection, this rays must be passes or appears to pass through focus. Fine. So this ray will go like this. Okay, after reflection. Another ray you can take like this. Suppose that it is going like this. Or it will go like this, right? So what happened? How many reflected rays? One reflected rays here and another here. Now you can see, my dear, these reflected are converging or diverging. Definitely these reflected are diverging. So you know, see, these rays are diverging. Because of that, this mirror is also called diverging mirror. The second thing is, this ray will be intersect to each other or not? Definitely they are diverging, so they will not intersect in this side. So what we can do? We can extend in back side. So just extend this part. Okay, here. It means they will intersect to each other at this point. So what we can say? Reflected ray never intersect in reality, but they will intersect or appears to intersect backside to the mirror. It means they will intersect here. So this become image. Suppose that A dash, B dash, Basanti dash, Basanti dash. Yes or no? Now you can see here. First thing, you can make all the things. Whatever I am going to write, you can make all the things. First thing, image forming where? Behind the mirror and in the direction of incident ray. So first of all, image will be positive. Positive means virtual, right? Second thing, size is inverted, it's erect or inverted, so you can say erect, right? Size is small as compared to this one. So all the things we are going to write. See, position of image. Position of image. Okay. So what the position of image? This is a P and this is what? F. So between P and F. Between P and F. Okay. Position of image between P and F. Now coming nature of image. Nature of image. See here. So what the nature of image? Erect, right? Virtual and smaller in size. See, erect, okay, virtual and smaller in size. Smaller in size. Getting my points? Erect, virtual and smaller in size. Okay. So this is image formation by convex mirror. Done buddy, everybody look here. If you are not getting, you are most welcome in comment box. You comment, post your doubt. Even yesterday, lot of students sent lot of doubt from any other chapter on my WhatsApp number, and definitely I will reply when I will get the time. Okay, so this is finished. Now we coming on the second part. Can I rest here? Okay. See here, new point about convex mirror. Why convex mirror used as a side mirror or side view mirror? So its answer is very simple. You will read, you will reply. It has very wide field of view. Because of that, it will cover lot of things around the vehicle, and it form the erect, virtual and a smaller object. Yeah, definitely. See. So I have already discussed what the meaning of field of view of image. See my dear. This is a convex mirror. Suppose that ray is coming like this. So after reflection, this ray will go like this. One ray is coming like this. After reflection, this ray is going like this. Right? So basically, this thing is what? Field of view. This is what? Field of view of image. Okay. So, if anybody asking to you why we use convex mirror as a side mirror, so answer is very simple. It has large field of view or wide field of view as compared to other mirror. Second, it makes erect image. Right? Erect image means suppose that one vehicle is coming from back side. Right? So, its front part will appear front in the image of side mirror. So no need to manipulate. If suppose there is a concave mirror, so image will be what? Inverted. It means the lower part will be up and upper part will be lower. So then people have to apply manipulation. Okay, this is the upper part, this is the lower part, this is coming this side, going this side. But here simply actual view they will see. Right? Image is virtual, but they will see actual view. Third thing, image is of a smaller size. Because of that, they can form lot of image. They can cover a very wide area. Because of that, we use convex mirror as a side mirror. Getting my points? Okay. So now we are going to discuss magnification. Right? Okay. So put the heading magnification. Okay. So first of all, we will discuss the definition of magnification, then types of magnification, right? Generally in our class 12th or even you can say for but we can say local coaching, they are only teaching magnification one type, lateral magnification. But the thing is that lot of types of magnification we have to discuss here. Okay. So first of all, we are going to discuss general concept of magnification. Okay, see in front of me my camera is here, right? And I am standing here. So this camera will form my image. So dimension of image divided dimension of object is called magnification. Means ratio of dimension of image to the dimension of object is called magnification. So write here definition. Ratio of dimension of image to the dimension of object is called magnification. Dimension of image to the dimension of object is called magnification, and it is represented by a small m letter. It is represented by a small m letter, right? Okay. Now coming on its mathematical formula, see here. So dimension m is equal to dimension of image for I for image divided dimension of object O, or you can say O for object, right? So this is called magnification. If anybody asking to you types of SI unit and dimension of magnification, so see, these are the ratio of dimension and dimension. So its SI unit nothing, dimensionless as well as unitless. So M is dimensionless and as well as, you can say, as well as unitless, right? Dimensionless as well as unitless. Okay. So now we are going to discuss types of magnification. I have already told you we will discuss theoretical part first of all. Because of that you will get 3 to 4 days for revision, and then we will start to rigorous practice based on all numericals, based on all these formula like plane mirror. If you go and see the video of plane mirror, I have tried to cover all kinds of all kinds of numerical, that's maybe from JEE Main, maybe from NEET, and maybe IIT Advanced. And even in upcoming chapters, upcoming section, we will discuss combination of plane mirror, concave mirror, convex mirror. When we will proceed further and further, complexity of question increases. Getting my points? Okay. So second thing, right now we are going to discuss types of magnification. Types of magnification. I am writing here a small m. You will understand what the meaning of a small m. Yeah, small m means magnification. Okay, so here lot of magnification. First is lateral or transverse magnification. Yeah, right? Lateral or transverse magnification. The second point, longitudinal magnification. Okay. Third point, third type, superficial magnification. And the fourth one, volume magnification. Now see, we have how many types of magnification? We have 4 types of magnification. Lateral or transverse magnification, then longitudinal magnification, third superficial magnification, and fourth volume magnification. So now we are going to discuss one by one what is the lateral, what is the longitudinal, what is the superficial, and what is the volume magnification. Yes or no? Yes. Yeah, so here we are going to discuss first transverse magnification, right? So what the meaning and what is the definition of transverse magnification? So I'm telling you definition, then I will write here. It is defined as height of image to the height of object when object is kept perpendicular to the principal axis. So here 2 points you have to keep in mind. First, height of image to the height of object, not length, not area, only height of image to the height of object. Second thing, object must be perpendicular to the principal axis. So first of all, see the diagram, then I will write the definition. Okay. See, this is a which mirror? Concave mirror or convex? I think you will say this is a concave mirror. Yeah, definitely this is a concave mirror. Suppose this object is A, B, and assume its image is here. Just assume. May or may not be. I am not going to say it is 100%, but assume. So this height become height of object and this height become height of image. Getting my points? So I am writing here, this is ratio of height of image. Here this means height of image to the height of object when object placed perpendicular to the principal axis. When object placed perpendicular to the principal axis. Getting my points? So see, again I am telling you, this is defined as ratio of height of image. HI means height of image to the HO. HO means height of object when object is placed perpendicular to the principal axis. This is a very important and remarkable point. Object must be perpendicular to the principal axis. Then we can say this is a transverse magnification. Yes or no? Now we are going to define magnification, formula of transverse magnification, and after then we will discuss transverse magnification for concave mirror and convex mirror. Because yesterday I promised you how size become large and very small. I prove all the things there geometrically. Now today I will show you by mirror formula or mathematically, so you will get the confidence. So okay, image, just take one example. I said object at center of curvature. So there I taught position of image, right? And size of image, I told size of image is equal to size of object. I told and I said clearly, assume that, because there was no mathematical relation to prove. So today we are going to prove. So we are going to find formula of lateral magnification. So see, this is a formula of lateral magnification. Formula of lateral magnification. Just get sound coming. So my dear students, suppose this is a concave mirror. Okay. Here pole, suppose this is a focus, this is a center of curvature. Suppose here we take here one object A, B. So first of all I have to make its ray diagram. So I can select any one ray. So first of all select a ray which is parallel to principal axis. So after reflection, this ray must be passes through the focus. Take another ray at the pole at an angle theta. So after then, this ray will passes at the same angle theta. Little bit mistake coming here, just hold. So this ray will pass at the same angle theta. So this become position of image. This is the object AB. So this become position of image A dash B dash. Suppose this angle is alpha. This angle become also alpha. So look in this triangle AB dash, AB in triangle, my dear, in triangle ABP, tan alpha is equal to what we can say, this height divided this length. So this height become height of object divided this length. This is the u it means negative because we are taking opposite to incident ray, so minus u equation first. In triangle A dash B dash P, tan alpha A dash B dash P, see this triangle A dash B dash P, tan alpha is equal to height of image divided this length is coming minus, so minus second equation. So just see, both equation has same LHS, so we can equate their RHS equal to each other. So just equate here. If you will equate them, so this become height of object by minus u is equal to height of image by minus v. So according to definition, height of image divided height of object is called lateral magnification. It means hi by this become minus, okay, fine. Here we have done some mistake. Height of object is coming negative because it is downward the principal axis, so it is also minus. So from here it will come, minus get cancelled, so this minus will come, so minus v by u, and this is called lateral magnification. So lateral magnification is equal to minus v by u. This is the formula of lateral magnification. The second thing, all the things here you have to put with proper sign convention. Can I write this side, my dear? Okay, thank you. So I am writing here one note. During the calculation of magnification, it means a small m, u and v must be with proper sign, right, with proper sign. So this is the formula of magnification. Now yesterday I said in the case of concave mirror, sometimes image is enlarged, sometimes smaller in size, sometimes inverted, sometimes erect. So how we can decide it become erect or enlarged? I will prove each and every cases of concave mirror. So see, one by one I am going to discuss. Can I read this side? Thank you. So in the first case, image object is at infinity. Case first. When object is at infinity, so u is equal to minus infinity. So magnification become minus v by infinity, it means 0. So see, go and remember first case. I said that image will be at focus and highly diminished because magnification is coming 0. So height of image will be what? 0, because this is the ratio of height of image to the height of object. So height of object will go this side. So 0 into height of object become what? 0. Second case, case 2, when object between C and F, when object between C and F, right? So I will suggest you, okay, to plot here. Take any practical value. Suppose that this is a f, this is a 2f, because c is equal to 2f. C is equal to 2f. Suppose object is here. right? And assume this is a minus 3f. So here object become what? At minus 3f. Okay, no issue. This we are be discussing. This is the second case. So now there is object is at minus 3f. So find its focal thing v. So from Miller formula, 1 by v plus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f. So this becomes 1 by v minus 1 by 3f. It is a concave mirror, so it becomes minus 1 by f. So 1 by v is equal to become this side 1 by 3f minus 1 by f. I will request multiply with 3, divide with 3. So this become minus 2f by 3. Minus 2f by 3. So v become minus 3 by 2f or minus 1.5f. So you can see this v is coming what? Minus 1.5f. It means v will be somewhere here. V will be somewhere here. Yesterday I said when object between C and infinity, image will form between C and F. Yeah, image is coming C and F. Negative, it means real image. Now I said it is inverted and smaller in size. So I am going to prove how it becomes inverted and smaller in size. Can I get? Okay. So write the formula of magnification. What is the magnification formula? M is equal to minus v by u. So put here. This is the height of object. And this is the height of image, height of object. Minus v is what? Minus 1.5f. And u is what? Minus 3f, right? So see, this minus get cancelled, this f get cancelled. So height of image divided height of object coming 1 by 2, 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2 basically coming minus 1 by 2. So height of image is equal to minus times height of image object by 2. This equation represents that image will be half of object height. Suppose that object is of 5 centimeter, so image become 2.5 centimeter. What is the significance of this minus? This minus represents reverse. I have already told you in sign convention, all the height above the principal axis we have to take positive and below the principal axis we have to take negative. So object is at infinite, object is, see, object is here above the principal axis in our diagram. It means image will be below the principal axis. It means image is what? Reversed. And height is a small because half of height of object. So we can say that image is inverted, real and smaller in size. This is the second case. Now we are going to take third case between C and F. Okay. So see third case. Case third. Between C and F. Okay. When object will be here. Between C and F. C and F. Suppose object is here. So remember what I said, in this case image become beyond the C, inverted and enlarged. So we will verify one by one. Take any practical value. Assume this is a 1 point or 3 by 2f minus 3 by 2f. Assume object distance minus 3 by 2f. You have to assume to get the clear analysis. So find the image distance. So from mirror formula 1 by v plus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f. Now put the value 1 by v minus 1 by 3f by 2 is equal to minus 1 by f because concave mirror. So 1 by v is equal to become 2 by 3f minus 1 by f multiply with 3 divide with 3. So after solving this will come minus 1 by 3f. So just find all values. So v becomes minus 3f. v becomes what? Minus 3f. It means minus 3f is what? this total distance is 2f, minus 2f. So minus 3f, it means image will be somewhere here. So this first point verified, image will be beyond the C. Now second coming, inverted or enlarged. Can I write? Fine. So see here, because we know that magnification is equal to minus v by u. So put this value. Magnification means height of object divided height of image divided height of object minus, this is coming minus 3f and this is coming minus 3 by 12. 3 by 12. So f get cancelled, 3 get cancelled. So height of image divided height of object coming minus get cancelled, minus 2. Minus 2 coming. So from here what we can say, height of image is equal to minus 2 times height of object. So see, again if we will ignore this sign, so height of image is twice of height of object. It means image will be enlarged. This point is verified. Now what the meaning of minus? If object above the principal axis, then image will be below the principal axis. So it also verify reverse, right? Done, buddy? Okay. Step between focal length and pole. So try to recall the concept of yesterday what I said. Image will be virtual, erect and enlarged in size. All the things today I am going to prove mathematically. So to prove mathematically, suppose object is here and assume this distance of object is equal to f by 2. So u becomes minus f by 2. Yes. So find v. 1 by v plus 1 by u is equal to what? 1 by f minus f, because concave mirror. So 1 by v minus 1 by f by 2 is equal to minus 1 by f. See there, it is coming 1 by v is equal to, this will go this side, 2 by f minus 1 by f. So it is coming 1 by v is equal to 1 by f. So v is equal to coming here. See, this v is coming positive. This v is coming positive. It means this image should be this side or this side. So definitely this image should be this side at some place at a f distance. Suppose focal length 5 cm. So image will be 5 cm behind the mirror. So it become what? Virtual. So I yesterday said image will be virtual. Now I have to prove it will be large or erect. So see, what we can say? Magnification. So magnification is equal to, you know already, m is equal to minus v by u, and this is height of object divided height of image, or simply just take m. So minus v is what? F, and u is what? Minus f by 2. Minus f by 2 get cancelled, minus also get cancelled 2, right? So magnification here becomes positive. Here magnification becomes positive. Now height of image divided height of object is equal to 2. So height of image is equal to 2 times height of object. So try to remember, yesterday I said object image will be virtual, erect. Why erect? Because both are in same side of principal axis. If they are reverse side of principal axis, then here should be minus, like in previous all cases. But here it is positive, it means both are same side of principal axis, so they are erect. Second thing, height of image twice of height of object, so it is large, or you can say enlarged. So again I am just making a little bit summary. 5 to 6 cases yesterday I discussed in concave mirror, and all the position and nature of image I said, right? And all the things I proved here mathematically by using the formula of mirror formula or formula of magnification. If we will observe all these 4 or 5 cases. So magnification is always negative when image is real, and magnification is positive when object is virtual. Right? Completed na image. So I'm writing here, for real image. See, for real image, it is visible? Not. Okay, fine. Just wait, I have to erase. See, I wrote here 2 notes. For real image, m less than 0. For virtual image, m more than 0. And this all the things I proved here by using the concave mirror. Now we are going to discuss lateral magnification for a convex mirror. Right? Okay. So see, here we are going to discuss lateral magnification for convex mirror. So here in the case of convex mirror, how many cases we have discussed? 2 cases. First, object is at infinity, and second, in front of mirror. So one by one we will discuss. Case first. Case first. See, when u is equal to minus infinity. So where image formed? We got it here. Image is equal to v is equal to f. Now use magnification. What? Minus v by u. So this become minus f by minus infinity. So basically it is coming 0. So go and see. I said when object is at infinity, image will form at focus, right? And highly diminished point size, because its magnification coming 0. So height of object will be also 0. Now for second case, when object will be in front of convex mirror. When object in front of convex mirror, right? In front of convex mirror. Fine. So you can see here, this is our convex mirror. Okay. This is the principal axis. So object will be somewhere here. So to get the real visualization, again I have to take some practical value. So suppose this is minus 2f. You can take any value, minus f, minus 2f, minus 3f by 2. Any value you can take, but take some integer type because its calculation become easy. Okay. So apply the mirror formula. 1 by v plus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f. Here not minus f because it is a convex lens. So we will use 1 by f. So see, 1 by v minus 1 by 2f is equal to 1 by f. So 1 by v becomes, my dear, 1 by 2f plus 1 by f. Multiply with 2, divide with 2. So this becomes 3f by 2. Yes or no? Multiply with 2 and divide with 2. So this becomes 3f by 2. So v is coming 2f by 3. V is coming 2f by 3. It means this is a focal length. This is the plane. This is the main focus. This is a pole. So 2f by 3 means what? 0.66f. It means less than f. 0.66f means what? Less than f. It means image will be somewhere here. Image will be somewhere here. Okay. Now coming magnification. Can I erase, sir? Fine. Now see, m is equal to what? M is equal to minus v by u. So v is coming 2f by 3 with positive sign. 2f by 3, and this is coming, I think, minus 2f. So minus get cancelled. So just cancel out. So m is equal to coming what? 1 by 3. Now see here, height of image, why height of object is equal to 1 by 3. So from here, height of object image become height of object by 3. So see this all calculation, these are very easy, quite easy and very useful also. In the case of convex mirror, we got it, sir. Put the object here. We got it position of object between pole and focus. All the things I have said, right? Second, magnification is here positive but less than 1. It means height of object is smaller than height of image is smaller than height of object, So if anybody asking to you what the position between pole and focus, virtual, right, and erect, because both are in same side, both are in same side. If they are opposite, then sign should be negative. Both are in same side, so erect. And height of object 1/3, or you can say less than height of object, so we can say smaller. So from here we can make one conclusion. For real image, real object, real image, magnification is negative, I have already given. And for virtual object, magnification is more than 0, given. Second more thing, concave mirror can give us real image as well as virtual image. When they will give virtual, magnification will be large. In large object, in large image we will get. But here, they will give only virtual object, virtual image, and these virtual are smaller in size, right? They give virtual image smaller in size. So sometimes they ask theoretical question, in which kind of mirror you will get virtual object and a smaller as virtual image and a smaller in size. So convex mirror. Same question they will ask, in which mirror you will get virtual image of enlarged size, concave mirror. So concave mirror will form both image, virtual as well as real image. Getting my points? So these all are transverse magnification, lateral magnification. Its formula you have to remember minus V by U, but V and U you have to put with proper sign. Some more formula of lateral magnification. See my dear, we are going to derive some more formula of magnification. Like one basic formula we have a study of magnification minus V by U. Some other formula we are going to use, and definitely this formula will help us to save our time. Just I will request, multiply both sides by U. Multiply both sides by U. Both sides by U. So this become what? U by V plus 1 is equal to U by F, right? So U by V is equal to becomes U by F minus 1. Solve this one. So U minus F by F will come here. U minus F by F is, sorry, here, okay, no issue. U minus F by F will come here, fine, okay. Now reverse this one. If you reverse this formula, so V by U is what? F by U minus F, right? V by U is equal to what? F by U minus F. Now what the magnification? Minus V by U. Magnification formula is what? Minus V by U. So multiply this V by U with minus. So see here. So magnification becomes M is equal to minus, and V by U from here, F by U minus F. So magnification will come here, F by F minus U. So this is another formula of magnification. If you will think this is a different, no, this is the same formula, but here it is in the form of focal length and object distance. It is quite easier to solve. Suppose I am telling you a concave mirror of focal length 10 cm, an object is kept at 25 cm, find its magnification. So if you will use this formula minus V by U, so first of all you have to find this V and then you can calculate. But by using this formula you will save time which we have to use to calculate this one, right? So this formula is what we can say, this is the same formula, not a different, but this is a different form, and definitely it will help us to save our time. In another way we can also express this formula. So see another form. See, in the previous formula we have multiplied both sides by U. Right now I will say multiply both sides with V. Multiply both sides by V. If you will multiply both sides by V, So this become v by v plus this become v by u and this become v by f. So this become 1. So 1 plus v by u is equal to v by f. Fine. This will go this side. So v by u is equal to v by f minus 1. V by u is equal to v by f minus 1. Just solve this one. So v by u is equal to v minus f by f. Okay. Now what the formula of magnification? Can I get, my dear students? Yeah, Jamuro. See. So magnification becomes minus v by u. So just we have to multiply with minus. So minus v minus f by f. So in this case, this result becomes v minus v by f. So this is the magnification, another formula. Again, this will help us to save our time. How? Suppose that position of image given, focal length given. So no need to calculate u. Either you can calculate u, but it will take longer time. So directly we can use this formula and we can save our time. The most important thing is that all the things, all the data you have to take with proper sign. It means for concave mirror, you have to put f with negative sign. For convex mirror, you have to put f with positive sign. Getting my points? So all the things you have to take with proper sign convention, right? Okay, so this is all about lateral magnification. Now we are going to discuss second magnification, longitudinal magnification. See, the second thing, longitudinal magnification. Lateral discussed. I hope it is very, very clear. Okay. Now second, longitudinal magnification. So I am writing here. It is ratio of length of object, sorry, length of image I to length of object when object kept along the principal axis. So read this definition. What is given? It is defined as ratio of length of image to the length of object when object is kept along the principal axis. So you will get the first difference between transverse magnification and longitudinal magnification. In transverse magnification, we are finding height ratio when object is kept perpendicular to principal axis. But here we finding length ratio when object is kept along the principal axis. Now we are going to make its formula. So now we are going to discuss formula of longitudinal magnification. Like in the previous case, we have discussed formula of transverse magnification minus v by u. Here we are going to find its formula. So basically, how this formula will derive? So first of all, you have to think. We have one rod of length L0. Suppose that we have a rod or anything of length L0. My dear, please pay attention, everybody. See, I assume a rod of length L0. So this rod is not a point object. Getting my points? So this point has image, this point has image, this point has image, this point has image, this point has image. So according to our concept, this point lies between C and F. Between C and F. So its image will be beyond the C and size will be enlarged. So see, this become our B dash. This become our B dash. Why B dash? Because its image will be beyond the C and enlarged. So its size is height is suppose this one, so it become enlarged. Second thing, this is between infinity and c. This point is what? Between infinity and c. So its image will be between c and f and very small. So suppose like this. So basically this become image. This become image of this rod. This become a dash. This become b dash. My dear, you have to pay attention, otherwise you will not get the point. I am trying here take very clearly, but you have to pay attention also, my dear. Okay, pay attention, I will give you some answer. Getting my points? See, this is object. So object has different points. Some point beyond the C, some point you can say between C and F. So those points which are between C and F, they have image beyond the C. So beyond the C and in large image. So here B become B dash. And this A is between infinity and C. So its image will be between C and F and small in size. So this become image. But right now we are not going to find this height ratio. I assume here object has one dimension, only length. Object has one dimension, only length. Getting my points? So this total object, this image distance is what? This becomes, suppose that V1, suppose this is a V1, this is a V2. So length of, see, length of image, I am writing here down, length of image. So length of image you will say, sir, image forming from here to there. So this distance from here to this distance minus this, right? It means this distance is what? So see here, length of image is equal to minus dv. Length of object is equal to minus du. So longitudinal magnification is equal to minus dv by du, length of image divided length of object. Right? So this is the formula of longitudinal magnification, but this is a tedious formula. We cannot use rigorously or anywhere. So we are going to find the simple formula of longitudinal magnification. Can I get? Okay, thank you. See here. 1 by v is plus 1 by l is equal to 1 by f. So I will request differentiate both sides. Differentiate both sides with respect to anything. So just to differentiate, this will come minus 1 by v square dv. If you don't know how to differentiate, then post your message. I will try to convey there. Right? So minus 1 by v square dv minus 1 by u square du is equal to 0 because differentiation of focal length is 0 because focal length is constant. So this will come minus 1 by v square dv is equal to 1 by u square du. So see, dv by du is equal to minus v square by u square. This is what? Longitudinal magnification ml is equal to minus v by u whole square. You can put minus also. So this become transverse magnification. So longitudinal magnification is equal to minus, this become transverse magnification whole square. So this become transverse magnification whole square. So this is the easiest way to calculate the longitudinal magnification. Now we are going to find superficial magnification. See, superficial magnification. So first of all, it is defined. It is defined for 2D object. It is defined for 2D object. It means two-dimensional. like this duster. This duster has two dimensions, length as well as height. From this side, width as well as height. Okay, so what its meaning? I'm writing here. It is defined as ratio of height of image I to the height of object. Ratio of area, superficial, so area of image to the area of object, right? So superficial magnification becomes area of image divided area of object. Now again we are going to make its formula of superficial magnification. So can I write this one? Okay, thank you. So in the case of superficial magnification, we have two sub-cases. Case first. How we have two sub-cases? I will explain, then I will discuss. This is a concave mirror. This is our object, pole, focus, center of curvature, right? See. This is 2D object, yes. So anyone can put like object this one, and other person put the same object like this one. So this become how many case? Two case. See, one case, another two case. So one case, see, like object is kept like this one. This is object. So in this case, this become our object. So here we will get one longitudinal magnification and one lateral magnification, because this is perpendicular to principal axis. So this will give lateral magnification and this will give longitudinal magnification. So we are not going to derive here formula. Already we have studied transverse or longitudinal. So we will use these two magnification and find its formula. So see, area of object, assume length of object into height of object, right? So according to concept, what will be length of image? Length of image ms square into length of object. Okay. What will be height of image? So height of image m into height of object. Fine. Because we have already defined longitudinal magnification ms square, right? So longitudinal magnification is what? Length of image divided length of object is equal to m square. So Li become m square into L naught. Similarly here, height of image divided height of object is equal to m. So height of image is equal to m times height of object. Now see, area of image is equal to length of image into height of image. Put this value from there. This is coming m square L naught into m into h naught. So area of image becomes m cube, right? Area of m become here m cube into length into h naught. So this will give us area of image is equal to m cube times area of object. Area of image is equal to m cube times area of object. So area of image divided area of object is equal to m cube, and this is called superficial magnification. So ms is equal to m cube. So this is the relation of superficial magnification in first case. Now we are going to discuss second case, when object is kept like this, right? So case 2, see this all the data or analysis. Can I erase, my dear? Okay, fine. So where is this duster? This is also very easy. We are not going to do there a lot of work, just we will use. See, this is kept like this. Or basically this kept like this. Object is kept like this. Basically this object is kept like this. So this is also perpendicular to principal axis and this is also perpendicular to principal axis. So this will give us lateral magnification. This will also give us lateral magnification. So I am writing here area of object is equal to length of object into height of object. Since so length of image, because you are getting lateral magnification, so this becomes m times length of object. Height of image is equal to m times height of object, because in both cases we are getting lateral. This is also lateral, this is also lateral. So finally area of image becomes Li, it means ml naught into mh naught. So area of image becomes m square area of object, or you can say area of image divided area of object becomes m square. So this is the second case, superficial magnification. So guys, today I am going to stop here my lecture. So today we have discussed all kinds of, you can see we have discussed all kinds of magnification. Tomorrow we will discuss relation between image, velocity of image, object and mirror, then Newton's law, then how to find coordinate of image, and after then UV graph, and then we will start practice, right? Today I have to go somewhere to what? Another lecture I have. So till now you have to stay here, right? So goodbye, see you again. Bye bye, take care. Second, volume magnification. Volume magnification. See, it is defined for 3D object. 3D object. Okay. It is the ratio of volume of image to the volume of object. So see, its definition is very simple. First of all, it is defined for 3D object. Okay. Second, it is the ratio of volume of image to the volume of object. Right. Now we are going to make its mathematical formula. So can I erase, guys? Okay. See its formula. Suppose this is a concave mirror, and here we are going to take object in 3D. So suppose this is one object kept here. Like this object is here. So you can see here, this will give us longitudinal magnification m square. This will give us lateral magnification because this is perpendicular, and this will also give us lateral magnification. So total volume is what? Volume of object is equal to area of object into height of object. Fine. Now second, volume of image become area of image into height of image. So see, if you will find this area, right, if you will find this area into this height, so this area, this is length. So length is what? M square into L naught, and this is perpendicular, so M. So here area of image becomes m cube into area of object, and height is equal to be known as m into height of object. So this basically become volume of image is equal to m4 times. This is the volume of object. So here ratio become Vi by Vo is equal to m4. This is called volume magnification, Vi by V4. Done, buddy? Okay. So this is the magnification. So these all the things you have keep in your tips.